Hello chess friends and welcome to the channel. We are back with a new game from the Chess24 Magnus Carlsen Invitational. Yesterday Anish Giri was able to win his first match, but there is no time for him to celebrate because today he has the worst client possible, Magnus Carlsen himself. Their game 1 was a draw. We are going to watch the second game that they just played with Carlsen with the white pieces. Let's get started. Magnus Carlsen opens with d4, Giri answers with knight to f6, c4 and now e6, knight to f3, d5, knight to c3 and now bishop to b4, pinning the knight. This is the Ragozin defense. C captures on d5, the pawn recaptures, and now bishop to f4, like in the game that just a few days ago Magnus Carlsen played against Firouzja. This move, this bishop to f4, in recent years is gaining much popularity. Also Peter Svidler played this variation many times. And now knight to e4, the knight jump with the knight attacking a second time the pinned piece. Rook to c1, defending c3, knight to c6, and now knight back to d2. Here comes g5 with tempo, bishop back to e3, and knight capture on c3. The b pawn recaptures on c3, attacking the bishop. We know that bishop back to d6, bishop back to e7 are the main continuations, but Giri goes for the same move that Firouzja played against Carlsen. Bishop to a3 with tempo against the rook, perfectly playable. Now, of course, the rook must move away. Rook to b1, and here comes f5. Now, because this bishop can't move back, f4 is in the cards and will win material, so white must do something. So here comes g3 controlling f4. Bishop back to d6, now f4 again is a threat. And so what to play? Now, in the only game that I have in database between one Grandmaster and one International Master, if I'm not wrong, the move that was played is the good move, knight to f3, opening a way back for this bishop. Magnus Carlsen instead continues with rook to g1, that is also a good idea, a bit inferior to this knight to f3. Now, Anish Giri already has a tough choice to make. Is it possible to gain material with f4? Possible is possible, but what happens after f4? Let's watch what happens, because Anish Giri will play something different. If f4 is played now, g captures, and now because the bishop is lost, better to capture a second pawn. Bishop captures on f4, but here comes e3 with tempo against the bishop, also opening this terrible diagonal for the queen check. Now, with the black king completely exposed, Carlsen has enough counterplay. Best move in this position is to play queen to e7, now queen to h5 with check, will win another pawn, king to d8, queen captures with check, bishop back to d6. Difficult position for both colors, probably still a bit better for black. But Anish Giri tries something different. Let's go back to our game. After rook to g1, doesn't play f4, but continues with another good move, short castle. Now h4, finally here comes f4, g captures. But now the g pawn can't capture because it's pinned to the king. So g4 is played, g4 protected by the bishop on c8. The queen is attacking h4. So Magnus Carlsen tries something quite dynamic. Rook to b5 attacking the center. Knight back to e7 protecting the pawn. This is already a fantastic position where everything can happen. Here comes f5. Now f5 is is blocking this bishop's activity, and there is this terrible threat, rook capture on g4 with check. So best move is to play h5, protecting the pawn, and now bishop to g5, pinning the knight. So d5 again is under attack, but here comes c6, defending and attacking, rook back to b2, and now it's the black rook that captures the pawn on f5. Now e4 played by Carlsen is another good move and another difficult choice to make for black. So what to play now? So in this position, if Giri continues with d captures on e4, this move would be a mistake that would solve all white's development problems giving Carlsen a strong advantage. So, of course, Giri doesn't capture, but let's watch what happens. If D captures on e4, now there is the bishop that moves to c4 with check. Bishop to c4 with check, king to h8. Also the knight improves his position, regains material, and there is a strong advantage for white. So after e4, to keep the initiative, Anish Giri plays a fantastic move. Rook captures on g5, gives away the exchange, of course, to keep this initiative. Now the h-pawn captures on g5, and now knight to g6. The queen is attacking g5. At least now here comes e5, with tempo against the bishop, closing this diagonal because the white king is becoming exposed. Bishop to f8, and now bishop to d3, attacking the knight. The knight is not protected, but can jump to f4 with the terrible threat of knight capture the unprotected bishop on d3, also with check and also winning the rook. So knight back to f1, now is the queen that is protecting d3. Queen captures on g5 and move 25 to play for white. This is the critical moment of the game. What to play now? Now bishop back to b1 is the only move that keeps the game in balance, in equilibrium. Instead, Magnus Carlsen continues with f3, that attacking the pawn that is pinned to the queen seems strong, but instead this move is a blunder. Anish Giri captures on d3 with check. The queen must recapture, but recapturing is losing control on the first rank. Queen to c1 with check is also a fork, winning the rook. This is the winning move. Sorry. We said queen to c1 with check. This is the winning move. King to f2, queen captures on b2 with check. Knight to d2, and now bishop to f5. This is a beautiful deflection. Queen captures, the black queen captures the knight on d2 with check. King to g3, and now queen captures on c3. Now, if possible, Anish Giri will capture on f3 with his queen, so forcing white to exchange the queens. This maneuver will lose one pawn, but will simplify the game into a simple winning endgame. So that's why Carlsen removes the king from g3, king to h4, and now queen captures on d4. Rook to g3, bishop to g7, shielding the king. Here comes f4. But after rook to f8 with tempo against the queen, there is no counterplay for white. Magnus Carlsen resigns. So in his darkest hour, like the phoenix, Anish Giri rises from the ashes with a fantastic game played against the strongest possible opponent. There are other nice games that have been played today, and if you will subscribe to the channel, we will meet tomorrow with a new video. For now, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.